Welcome to Burn the Ship. This is the podcast where we connect entrepreneurs with professionals that can help you go all in on your business. We talk to people that have walked the walk, talked the talk, been through all the things that we experience as small business owners, and joined us to share some of those things, the skills and experiences that make us successful business owners. So thank you, first of all, for coming. Anyone that shares some time with me, some time with the platform, the audience, with a willingness to give back, discuss some of the things that you've been through on this business journey. It is incredibly helpful, and it's incredibly gracious of you to make the trip and share some time with us. So thank you very much, first of all, for being here. I hope that you find some value in this conversation, and for you all listening, I hope the same. Why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what you do?
My name is Dr. Rebecca Yaun. I'm a chiropractor in Rome, Georgia. I've been a chiropractor there for 14 years at Lieberman Family Chiropractic. That is a family-owned business that Dr. Brian started 28 years ago in Rome, and now it has grown to his daughter joining our practice just now, almost a year, Dr. Bree Lieberman. So there's three of us serving our beautiful town of Rome, Georgia.
So tell me a story, because I know that you have a pretty unique one that goes back to your childhood and your desire to do what you do now, a little bit of that. So tell me a story. Where did it come from? What was that journey like? And how did you arrive where you are?
So I wanted to be an optometrist of all things. I worked for one from the age of 14 all the way through college, and it was my optometrist who said, don't do this. So I'm getting ready to go to school to be this, and he goes, you're supposed to do something else. And so my mom is a nurse, and we grew up in that we did not take medicine all the time. When it was needed, we went. But she always knew the body could do its job. And what I mean is, like, if you get a fever, it's doing something. There's something in your body fighting off. You got a bacteria, and it's doing its job. So I always knew that there's a time and a place for medicine, but the body is pretty powerful. And so it was a cardiologist my mom worked for. He was like, what about chiropractic? And I was like, what about chiropractic? Never been. And so he told me to go shadow a guy. And I walked in, and if you've ever been to a medical office, you walk in, you tell them your symptoms, here's a medicine, go do it. That's not what I wanted to do. So I walk into this office, and like, people are they look like Eeyore a little bit, a little sad, stuff going on. But then you walk in this room, this guy comes in, and he lays his hands on people, and he's adjusting them. And they get up with this energy and this light to them, and they're walking out, kind of like Tigger. And I was like, what is going on? Like, what are you doing? Just laying your hands on somebody, and it's like a light just kind of clicked on. And he looked at me, he goes, do you believe the body has the ability to heal and adapt? And I went, well, yeah. He goes, you connect them to the source. And my mind just was like, whoa, there's this whole other side to medicine or medical that I didn't even think about. And it talks about intelligence within. And so he told me, he's like, there's two schools you can go to. And it was Life or Sherman. And I didn't want to live in Spartanburg, South Carolina. So Life University is where I went. And to this, I still was never adjusted. I just believed in the philosophy of chiropractic, the ability of the body to heal and adapt the way it's designed to. And to me, that's powerful, to give your patients that thought that your body's that powerful when it's healing and functioning the way it's supposed to.
Sure.
And that literally started my path from being an optometrist to I'm going to totally change 180, and just felt right. Like, you just knew that that's your calling. This is what I'm supposed to do. And 14 years later, I have never felt more proud that, my mentor was like, don't do, optometry. Do this. And it led me right to chiropractic and where I get to serve right now.
How did you find Lieberman?
So in school, they tell you to draw what you want your practice to look like what it sounds like, kids running, like, what did you want? So I drew a picture while in school of exactly what I wanted. And I had open adjustments, kids everywhere, family oriented. And I wrote on there, like, I want it to be a legacy. I want it to be generational. And I had worked for other companies, and it wasn't that. And he was looking through our school for a practice, like someone to join him. And he said, family subluxation-based chiropractor. And I went all the way to Rome and shadowed him. And literally my dream was this practice. Like, just sitting there watching kids run around the big families on a Friday and watching him adjust. I looked at my mom, because I brought her with me, and I was like, this is what I drew. This is exactly what I want. And he gave me a chance, and it has been the biggest blessing, absolutely what I've dreamed. And he's pushed me to dream bigger than what I even thought I could do.
Sure. And I'm sure you to him a little bit as well.
Yes, we have really fused. We're two very different people, but we serve the same purpose. Sure. And just loving on our community, getting them adjusted and connected, and know what it means to see a chiropractor. Not so much pain, but what it means to let the body heal and operate.
Sure. So the scale at which you all operate is a little unique, at least from what I see. I also see some of the terms in the chiropractic community kind of forced on people that I don't think necessarily fits your practice, right? Like you're not a volume clinic, really. Like you're not the specificity to one thing. It's not like one is a sports rehab or one is just like as fast as you can possibly be. What I thought was unique about your practice, and you can probably put this into better words than me, is that you kind of meet people where they are. Like you have an incredible respect for people's time with the ability to get people in and get people out and get people adjusted. That is a very, very powerful thing from a business standpoint. In addition to that is the pre-adjustment screening that I went through with the temperature differences in the back of my spine and the x-rays and things like that. Those are super valuable, and a lot of people aren't doing that at all. So I believe that it's an in-depth analysis of where you are health-wise and what you're looking to improve, in addition to let's improve those things as efficiently and effectively as possible as you come and join us once a week or twice a month or however often that is. So tell me a little bit of what that journey was like to getting your practice to where it is now. And in addition, what is that thing that you guys do so well, or what would you kind of voice as your superpower within that practice that helps you guys be successful?
So Dr. Brian came from Dynamic Essentials, which is Dr. Sid Williams. Sid founded Life University. And that man was like, make your practice run like just a well-oiled machine. So have a day one where you're educating them on what it is you do. So we're a subluxation-based practice. So you need to know what subluxation means, how it affects your body, and that's what we do. So we don't have all the gadgets. We are a subluxation-based chiropractic office. And that's what chiropractic was founded on. Now, like you say, everybody has all this other stuff. They're adding in gadgets. They're adding in the newest tools. What chiropractic was founded on 100 plus years ago was subluxation. And we are very amazing at that. So when you come in, we educate you on this is what chiropractic is with us. This is what you can expect from us. And it's not only for you, it's for your whole family. And we are very different, and we're a family chiropractic office. I want you, I want your newborn, I want the grandparents. So now we say it's a generational office. I normally get a baby in, and then I get the grandparents in. And so we get you in, we explain what chiropractic is, explain how subluxation affects your body, and then our exam is tailored to that. I want to know, what does your nervous system look like right now? And that's like you talked about, looking at your posture. We have a new system since you've been there called the Insight, and it reads your temperature. It reads your muscle tone side to side. It lets me see how your nervous system is actually functioning. Are you balanced between the two, sympathetic and nervous? Are you one more than the other one? So it tells me a snapshot of this is truly how you're functioning right now. And then we use x-rays to tell me, do you have old injuries or arthritis? Do you have abnormalities? And that tells me how to adjust you. And we make it very simple and streamlined, educate you on this is how we can help, and this is how we can benefit you from here moving forward. It's not about pain. I don't have an adjustment that can get rid of your headache. Your body does. My job is to take pressure off of it. And so I think that, Brian has set this system up based off of what Dr. Sid said when he started Life University. And we just keep to that same simple truth of this is what we are, and people know it. If you need other things, then I'm going to find the other people that help me along your journey. But we stay in our lane. We stay in our scope. We give you the best service we can. And then I bring people on that can help us to make you as best as you can.
And talk to me about your reach in the community. That is one thing that I find extraordinarily unique, right? Which is, I think that a lot of chiropractors start their practice with like an ideal client in mind, right? Like the first chiropractor that I went to after college was my chiropractor was my physical therapist when I was in college. And I was, for all of you that have heard me yap about it 100 times on the podcast, I apologize, but I was like broken in college. And so my PT that worked with our sports program became a chiropractor and was my chiropractor for a while. And when I walked into this chiropractic office, I thought, this is designed for athletes. I see people like me. I see other athletes. This network of people that are here are like me. Well, very quickly, I became less like them than they became like me. I got into my professional career. I got older and had kids and had different things going on in my life. It wasn't always about dealing with and improving and strengthening the things that were bothering me in college. It was like, oh, now I have technic. Like now I'm dealing with different things. And it wasn't that chiropractic office specifically wasn't capable of helping me, because I'm sure that they were. But their identity and how I was identifying myself was two very different things. The identity that I feel from your office is not that it is like, oh, anyone can come here and we can help everyone get better, but it's people that understand that this generational commitment to chiropractic makes generational change in all of the different people in your life. So talk to me about how you built that community and how you've identified yourself and how you continue to reach and grow.
So we want people from as soon as they're born, because that's where you get your first soul fixation from. And I want you to take your last breath, because it's like wellness. You don't go to the gym and get your six pack and you're like, I'm done. You know you're going to work out for the rest of your life. If you want to have longevity, you want to be healthy, you know you should be walking. You know you should be eating right. So people would be like, who's your family doctor? And I'm like, why can't I just be your family chiropractor? Why can't that be a term that we use all the time? And so I don't have to go, do you see a chiropractor? I go, who's your family chiropractor now? I want to be that person. Like, I want you to know, you bring me your newborn, you bring me your grandmother.
Right.
I want the whole family, because I want them to have an amazing life. I see two pathways you can take: connected versus disconnected. Not that disconnected is going to be bad, but I know you're going to get down the road later on and you're going to have issues. So I want them to be connected, so your body's healing and functioning. So for me, being a part of the community is going out and doing lunch and learns. Like, that has been really amazing for me, is meeting you at your business, bringing lunch in and explaining what generational chiropractic is. Not back pain and neck pain, but hey, I know at your job you get XYZ. If you're on the phone all the time, you're probably going to get text next. You're probably going to get headaches. You're going to get this. But did you know, if we could change your setup a little bit, if you were adjusted and the body could adapt, it could do this. And so people, I just meet you where you are and explain, this is what chiropractic could do for you. And nothing more than to just educate you on, hey, this is what Lieberman Family Chiropractic is. This is how we serve you. And did you know that chiropractic can help your immune system, or chiropractic can do this? Because a lot of times people don't know that. They only think of neck pain and back pain. So us getting out in front of lunch and learns, going to screenings, doing podcasts, going to do conferences, being a part of the BNI group, any way that I can get our name out there to just educate you. And yes, I understand people are going to come back in, but for me, I want everybody in Rome to know what a chiropractic is. It still blows my mind. I have people, they're like, I've never even seen a chiropractor.
Sure.
I'm like, how?
Yeah.
Right? I still find people. So if I'm not getting out there, then they're not going to know what we do.
Right.
So I want to do 2 to 3 events every single month, getting out there saying, this is what chiropractic is. I love doing home groups, getting out in front of the moms and the babies and saying, this is what chiropractic is. And yes, it takes time, but I love to pour into my community, because Rome, to me, and Brian and Dr. Bree, that's ours. That's our responsibility.
Sure.
I circle that map, I put my pin in it, and I'm going to take responsibility. I want people to know that we're a part of your health journey. Me, your medical doctor, your PT, I don't care who it is, we're a part together to make our community better.
Absolutely. Talk to me on the business side about obstacles. From what I've seen in the chiropractic world, you guys have any number of issues, and it's usually not health related. It can be technology related, or employees related, or marketing related. And I think that there are so many different services tailored toward your industry specifically, whether it's just in the health space or maybe it's even specific to chiropractic. There are a lot of things to navigate on the business side that aren't necessarily related to the health and wellness. So maybe that's not the case for you. Maybe the business side of things was easy, or it was natural, or those processes and systems were in place by the time you found your home. But tell me, what's been difficult? And if you could go back and kind of teach yourself that lesson on day one, what would that lesson be?
So luckily I'm very blessed. I'm an associate in the practice. So Dr. Brian's wife, Rachel, runs the behind the scenes.
Oh, nice.
And so setting up card processing, setting up all that, she takes that stress off of us so we can just focus on serving people. But one thing that's really great is being a part of Dynamic Essentials, which is that seminar we go to 4 times a year. It is based off of people that serve Principal Chiropractic. So we have a lot of businesses that the spouse of someone within now does marketing, or now
Right.
does credit card processing, now does this. And we're very creatures of habit. If you can serve Principal Chiropractic and open that door for us, we'll use your services.
Sure.
And so we tend to just look within. And if we see a problem with like hiring, we need this person. We're very big on writing our vision down of what we want. So if you want this type of employee, write it down. I'm old school. Give me a little pad of paper. I'm going to write down everything I want in that employee. And then me and Dr. Brian are going to talk about what we want. We're going to see that person. And you know what happens? That phone rings, that person walks in.
Sure.
So for us, we don't look so outside in, we look inside. Like, what is it that is blocking us from getting new patients? And it's not always you need to go run an ad. Sometimes is your mind getting in your way? And are you visualizing seeing the new people? So sometimes it's even taking a simple step back. Write down exactly what you want. Because you say you know what you don't want, but do you know what you want, what you need? So take an index card, write everything down about what you want that person to be or what you want in the partner in your practice, and you'll find it. Because you're shaping the vision of what this looks like.
Yeah, absolutely. Your office reflects that too. Like the environment in your office is very unique. It definitely manifests it's all of the things, the community, the health and wellness side of those things. Even the way that your employees interact with one another is very unique. Yeah. The playfulness and sincerity that they have with the people, the greeting people at the door is not like when you're walking into a gas station. It's like, I know who you are. It's good to see you. It's very genuine. There's something about your practice that's very, very genuine, and it's not like I want to get you out of my chair or off my table as fast as possible. It's like, I want to know where you've been, and I want to know where you're going, and I want to know how you feel during that journey. And if we can make it easier, I want to do those things. And that, to me, was very unique and appreciated. Yeah. But tell me where you go from here. What are your goals? What can we do? What can the people listening and myself do to help?
So we're just more and more, we're wanting to get back out in our community. For a long time, we did it, and we were doing great and amazing. And then we have some new young chiropractors in town, right? And it's amazing. I love to have more because they serve different people. But we wanted people to know we are your generation chiropractor. We have his daughter joining us. We want to get her back out there to introduce her to the town. So
she's great, by the way.
She's sweet.
Yeah, she was super great to me, and I'm like the least socially awkward person in the world. I have no like social awareness of when I should be nervous about anything. My wife yells at me all the time for being too loud in public. And so for her, like for me to make her comfortable early on and be very playful and okay and comfortable, and like you don't really have to navigate a lot with me, just tell me what to do and I'll do it. She was great. I can tell that as she's young, she's still, it takes a while to really build up that thick skin and those people skills, but she believes. Mm-hmm. Like she's fully bought in to the idea of that business. She obviously has an incredible respect for her father, but she was great to me. I felt like even from the first time, this was a year ago, you know what I mean? And it was a beautiful experience to see her so devoted to the space and such a respect for the business, and the candor and the way that she carried herself was awesome. You've found a real asset there. I think that when she gets more comfortable connecting with that community as well, she's going to have no issues echoing what her father and your messages have been to the community for so long. She's a great asset.
She was brought up in
right.
In chiropractic. He took her to the seminar, so I can remember her being like 8 or 9 in the back of the room. She grew up around the philosophy of chiropractic, and I mean, she lives it. My daughter now comes to the conferences with us. My daughter will not go to school on a Friday because she's like, I want to go to DE. And she understands, and it's a mindset to give, to love, to serve, and to do out of our own abundance. That is truly our message. And that comes from Dr. Sid, and we ingrain it in our practice. And it's because I want to give to you. I want to serve you. I want abundance for you. I'm going to do the work, and I expect nothing else from that. I just want to see you live to your full potential. And I think when you give that, it comes back. tenfold. There's no other way around it. You can't outgive a giver.
Right.
So I tell just give and love what you do so much. And our staff, they come to the seminar with us. If we're going to be on mission, they got to be on mission. So you pick up on that. And we're very careful with our words. We're not like, how are you? It's good to see you again. I'm glad you're back in this office, because I know my patients. I know birthday parties. I go to recitals. I go to ball games. I go to weddings. I've been there at your births, adjusting babies. And it's because I'm a part of your family. I see you week after week. I see them grow up, and that's why you feel that coming from us, because that's all we want you to know is, I know you had a tournament this weekend. How did it go? How did you do? Did you get first in state because you put all that work in? I know my family's inside and out, and that makes us very unique.
Yes, the experience there and the care is very unique, and I think what you do is very interesting, especially from a guy that knows nothing really about the healthcare world in general. I never have, outside of the little amount of education that my PTs have always given me as I've been injured, and I've never been a big take medicine guy. I don't know that it's necessarily neglective of my health. I just always trusted my body. And I know that that's not true for everyone, but I believe that you guys are instilling that trust in people back in their body. And it's a really, really cool thing to see. So for you guys listening, please let me know what you think. I think that there are definitely some specifics here that can be applied to almost every industry. Your idea of giving and building a community and understanding your customer and being there for people when they are in pain or experiencing something that is unique to those people is incredibly, incredibly powerful. And I hope that you get to continue to do a lot more of it in 2026. And I hope that we get to be a piece of the puzzle that helps you continue to push forward. So tell people where to find you if they want to come visit. And then after that, we're good. We're out of here.
We are in Rome, Georgia, on Broad Street, the beautiful downtown, 421 Broad Street. And we always say it's 2 doors down from El Zarape. Everybody knows where that is downtown. And you can find us online at romechiropractic.com. But we would love to take care of you. And in Rome, we're just looking for opportunities to share chiropractic and outside. I love coming down this way. I taught at Life for 13 years. So not just our community. If you want us to come in and talk to you about what chiropractic is, you want me to find you a chiropractic in your area, please let me know. It's not just about us. I want to find you somebody that will serve you the same way that we would in Rome.
Yeah, absolutely. And I believe that. All right, until next time, burn the ship.